Hey guys and guys, sorry guys and gals, Nary here from Drakewing Gaming. As some of you know me on Twitter, The Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of Tennis Ace, June's Path. So y'all, without further ado, let's jump right into it, shall we? Please sit back and enjoy, let me entertain you, and let's jump right in. Alarm Chan, you are up, let's go. A bunch of stuff happened over the years. In Shuichi's case, I helped him come up with different ways to study and to practice that worked better for him. Make no mistake, he still works 10 times harder than anyone else I know, he just doesn't let it show. In fact, he's the type of person who'd keep working until he passed out. Then when he woke up, he'd try to get back to work. He's the type that worries about other people before worrying about himself. He even goes as far as pretending to be okay when he's hurting just so no one will worry about it. It's stupid and it makes me want to yell at him sometimes, but that's just the kind of person he is. I shrug. I've already mostly accepted that this is just the kind of person he is. Either way, he wouldn't do all these things if he didn't enjoy it, so there's no point telling him to stop. June, on the other hand, shifts uncomfortably in his seat. I guess he's not as accepting of the idea as I am. Shuichi ended up mellowing out over the years, mostly because Saya and I stuck by him all the time. Talking about our time as kids is kind of taboo for him nowadays. Not even the two of us are allowed to speak of it. June cocks his head to the side. I can practically visualize the question mark popping up over his head. Why is that? Well, Shuichi doesn't like the kind of person he used to be, and he gets down whenever he's reminded of it. It's one of the reasons he always tries so hard to help everyone. He feels that as long as he's there for someone else, he can stop that person from ending up like he did as a child. Essentially, he tries to be to others what Sai and I were to him. Oh! An awkward silence hangs over us for a few seconds. I guess I really shouldn't have asked. I don't think I'll be able to act normal around Shuichi-san after hearing this. I'll be too worried about whether he's hiding something or not. I told you I probably shouldn't tell you this. You insisted. Although I probably didn't need to tell him about part about Shuichi hurting and not telling others. That was too much information. Can we change the subject to something a little more pleasant? Sure. What do you want to talk about? Well, after hearing the story about Shuichi-san, I kind of feel inspired. I want to try harder at something. All I need is to figure out what. How about you try harder at your studies? Gah! I guess that's an option. It's not an option. It's the only option you have if you want to avoid flunking out of school and having to repeat your third year someplace else. I definitely don't want that. Then it's settled. I'm going to help you study. Prepare yourself. You'll barely have time for anything else. No, that's too much. I don't think I can handle it. I'll admit, tormenting June can be a little fun sometimes. Nope, I'm not having any of it. I'm going to turn you into an honor student just like I did with Shuichi. But please don't. I laugh. June's expression is just too lovely when he's nervous like this. Wait, isn't this sort of thought a sadist would have? Note to self, don't think things like this. Can we at least have some fun before you start tutoring me? What do you mean? Well, if you're not going to give me any time to enjoy myself, I figured I should at least go out at least one time before we start doing this. I think he took me a little too serious there. I'll roll with it. Alright, what do you have in mind? It feels like I can almost see his brain processing and trying to come up with something. It's kind of cute. How about we go out this Saturday? I always wanted to go to the amusement park, but my parents were always too busy to take me. An amusement park? Isn't that sort of thing reserved for kids and couples? Yeah, is that a problem? June stares at me with twinkling eyes, filled with expectations. Crap, I can't say no to this adorable creature. No, not at all. I'm gonna run this by the others and see if they're gonna be free on Saturday. Oh! June's expression suddenly shifts. For a split second, I could have sworn he looked disappointed. Okay, now's my turn to ask. Is something wrong? No, it's just that... He fidgets in his seat, looking down at the floor. His cheeks start blushing lightly. I was hoping it'd be just the two of us. Huh? Shit, I think I just choked on my own saliva. Of course, I don't mean it like a date. That would be weird. Noticing my reaction, June immediately interjects. Crap, he's seeing me get nervous and he's getting nervous too. Calm down, Yuichi. You don't want to deal with June when he's freaking out. Why do you want it to be just the two of us? Well... June blushes even more. Unable to sustain my gaze any longer, he turns his head away, looking to the side. It's kind of childish for a guy my age to want to go to an amusement park, right? I didn't want the others to know. Oh! That explanation kind of makes sense. Well, except for... If the idea of them knowing embarrasses you so much, then why are you okay with asking me? June turns to face me again, looking me right in the eye. Even though his cheeks are burning red, he still manages to mumble out some words. Because I just feel like I can tell you this sort of stuff. I feel like you're the only person who wouldn't judge me for it. I guess I just really trust you, Yuichi-san. Huh? Crap, I had to look away just now. Those words, that expression, I couldn't help but blush just now. I cover my mouth with my hand in an attempt to hide my blushing. I still have my face turned away from June, and I only look at him from the corner of my eyes. I take a few seconds to compose myself. I have to make sure my voice doesn't break when I try to speak. If you really want to, then I don't mind taking you. This can be our secret. Crap. Those words are really embarrassing no matter how I think about it. I'm not supposed to be saying this sort of thing to a friend. Nope, scratch that. I'm not supposed to be saying this sort of thing to a guy. Then from the corner of my eyes, I see an image with enough destructive power to completely disarm me. Thank you, Yuichi-san. You're really the best. What is this adorable creature? Right, that's why I had my alarm blaring this early in the morning on a weekend. I don't really want to get up, but I don't think standing June up would be a good idea. After seeing how excited he was about it when he asked me to come with him, I just wouldn't feel right to ditch. No, it's not even that. I'll admit, after seeing how cute he looked when asking me to go, I just felt like I wasn't allowed to say no. Jesus, the power of cuteness is scary. I guess cute things are still my weak spot. Never mind that. I still need to get up and get myself ready. We agreed to go out at 10, so I probably shouldn't take too long to meet him. I'll take a quick shower and brush my teeth. Should I eat something before I go? Why is it that whenever June is involved, I end up waiting for a long time? It's already 10:12. Jeez, he could at least call me and tell me he's going to be late. Oh, speak of the devil. Yeah? Yuichi-san! Wah! I hear a deafeningly loud yell from the other side of the line, nearly dropping my phone as I recoil away from it. June, what's going on? Why are you shouting? No! Instead of saying something, June is just freaking out on the other side of the line. Oh boy, this is going to be complicated. From the other end of the line, I hear June talking to someone else. I can't make out anything else because it's really noisy here. Noisy where he is. Is he in the middle of the street? After a couple seconds of radio silence, the noise on the other end of the line disappears. Yo! A voice that isn't June speaks up from the other end of the line. Huh? Could it be that he got mugged? No, wait, I know his voice. I know this voice. Could it be Class Rep? I shoot out a wild guess, but that's who I was reminded of. I hear some giggling from the other end of the line. Bingo! You got it! Nicely done, Yukon. Wah! Am I relieved that it's someone we know instead of a stranger? Things really could have gotten scary if June had been robbed. But then again, what sort of thief steals a phone and then says yo to the person on the other end of the line? What are you doing with June's phone, Class Rep? Oh, I'm taking care of the store today. I just happened to see June-kun walking around the front of the store and looking like a lost kitten. So I brought him in. You should have seen it. He had these big tears in his eyes and his face was all red. It was quite adorable. I hear some commotion on the other end of the line and it goes mute for a few seconds. Would you look at that? June-kun just told me that I wasn't supposed to tell you that, so pretend you didn't hear from me, okay? Once again, I can hear June's flustered voice shouting something in the background. She's totally doing this on purpose just to tease him. For the time being, could you come pick me up at the store? Well, I suppose I am pretty close by, so I don't see why not. Sure, I should be there in about 5 minutes or so. That's perfect then. See you when you get here. Well, I suppose there's no need to hurry, but I feel bad if I made Class Rep take care of June when she's supposed to be working. When I step inside the sweet shop, I see June standing next to the counter, leisurely chatting away with Class Rep. As soon as she notices me, Class Rep smiles and waves, beckoning me to come closer. Oh, look who it is! Ah! June turns around after Class Rep speaks, noticing me, and... Yuichi-san! Oh god. Nearly tackling me to the ground. Calm down, June. What's going on here? Just in time. It's good to see you, Yukon. Feels like it was just yesterday we last spoke. That's because it was just yesterday. Did you lose your mind, Class Rep? She covers her mouth with her hand, giggling. Of course not. I'm just teasing. June-kun here was really anxious to see you, as you can plainly see. I can tell. June looks up at me with huge tears forming on his face and sniffles. Normally I'd be taken aback to see someone crying, but come to think of it, I seem to have more memories of seeing June crying than I do of any of my other friends. I guess it's a little too late for me to be noticing this, but he's kind of a crybaby, isn't he? Still, something in me compels me to protect and nourish this adorable creature, so I start petting his head. Why don't you tell me what happened, June? June's face goes red, and he immediately buries it on my chest. Hey, isn't this a little... what would other people think if they saw us like this? Class Rep covers her mouth with her hands and starts giggling, the scheming look on her face scaring the crap out of me. Ooh. I didn't know you two had that kind of relationship, and you're so lovey-dovey even in public. It's not what it looks like! Crap. I know she's just trying to get a rise out of me, but I'm at risk of getting swallowed up by her pace. First things first, I really need to push June away from me. Ah! When I look down, I see June staring up at me, his face red-matted with tears. When I see him looking like that, I have to look away to hide the fact that I'm blushing. Anyway, what's going on here? June steps away from me, drying his eyes on the cuffs of his shirt. Wait, isn't it a little hot outside to be wearing long-sleeve shirts? It doesn't matter, not important right now. I'm sorry I was late. I got lost. What? Wait, you're kidding, right? June fidgets, looking at the floor. No. How did you manage to get lost? You've been living here for almost a month. Hell, we've gone out together tons of times already. I know, it's just... Just? June turns his head to the side. I can notice that his cheeks are starting to get red again. Every other time we went out, I always bumped into someone on the way, so I was never alone. And this time, when I got close to the station, I saw all those people. Could it be? Did you get overwhelmed by the amount of people on the streets and ended up getting disoriented? June nods meekly. I sigh, slapping myself on the forehead. What? June jumps at the sound of my hand hitting my head. What was I thinking? If I had just thought a little bit about it, it would have been obvious something like this was bound to happen. As far as I know, June is the type to stay at home. He's already told us many times that he only goes out when he's with us. And I've already seen how he's in the middle of a crowd. How exactly did I expect him to walk through one of the busiest streets in town on a Saturday? I put both of my hands on front of my face and bow. I'm sorry, June. I should have given our meeting place some more thought. Not at all. It's not a problem. Please, lift your head. I do as I'm told, and I see June blushing again. Sorry, I ended up getting lost and made you waste time. I know you don't like being forced to wait around. Sheesh, was this idiot really worried about that? Set your priorities straight, moron. You were lost in the middle of a crowd. Honestly, I can't help but smile when I hear this. What? Yukon is smiling. He must be thinking of something dangerous. Class rep gives me a pointed stare, still grinning, and blabbers out those words. I am not thinking anything. Please don't say stuff like that, even as a joke, class rep. She laughs. Oh, you're not thinking anything. So is it safe to say that head of yours is completely empty? God, that's not what I meant either. Oh, and by the way, I already asked you a few times, but you seem to keep forgetting. Could you not call me class rep when we're not at school? I'm not overly fond of those stuffy titles. 1 second, y'all. Let me drink my water. Alright, empty bottle. Nice. Okay. Oh, that's true. That's right. I'm sorry. I forgot. Ayako-san. She crosses her arms in front of her chest, putting on one of her hands to her cheek. Her eyes stare at me blankly. I'm not a fan of the san either, but I think this will have to do. Try not to forget it again. Right. I mean, Ayako-san. She smiles and nods. Well, since you're both here anyway, can I interest you in some sweets? There's no... Actually... June suddenly speaks up. Oh, that's right. I got so swept up by Ayako-san's pace that I completely forgot June was here. I'm sorry, June. Your presence is so weak at times that I forget you exist. I was actually planning on stopping by later today, but since we're already here... Ah, I see. It's true that we're going along with June's plan today, so I suppose it makes sense for him to want to come here. Oh, I'm flattered that you plan to stop by our store. What can I get you? I pull my wallet out of my pocket, already prepared to pay. Sure, go ahead and pick whatever you'd like, June. What is this? Did I do something wrong? Why is he pouting? Don't just assume I'm not going to pay for myself. Sorry, I'm just so used to you not having the money that I kind of assumed. It's alright, I came prepared. I've been planning to ask you out for a couple weeks already, and so I've been saving up my allowance. Ayako-san blinks in surprise a few times and chimes in without missing a beat. Oh my, so this actually is a date after all. Of course not! Right, Jude? There's no way this is a date, right? June cocks his head to the side, seemingly confused. A date? Why would you think this is a date? This guy. Is he completely unaware of how the things he's doing and saying can be taken out of context? You just said... Ayako grabs hold of my arm, stopping me mid-sentence. She pulls me close to the counter and whispers in my ear, "For real estate." Don't explain. If June becomes aware of the kind of innuendo his words just now had, his head might explode. Oh, good thinking. Phew, bullet dodged. What are you two talking about? Nothing. Hurry up, let's choose your sweets already, okay? June's gaze stays focused on me, making me worry that they might not buy our excuse. You're right, let's see. Phew, second bullet dodged. Oh, I forgot to ask. June, why were you planning to come in over to the shop? The 2 times we came here, it was just so you could take a breather from the crowd for a little while. June answers me while absent-mindedly looking at the sweets on display. Oh, ever since you bought those sweets for me last time, I've been coming here almost every day and eating some. I guess I got hooked. It's true. June became quite the regular customer lately. I thought you said you'd been saving up. By the way, I guess I should thank you again for those sweets. My parents love them too. My mom wanted to pay you back right away, but she had to wait until she got this week's check. Here, she told me to give you your money back. June handed me a couple of bills, but I pushed them away. It's fine. It was a gift. I don't need you to give me my money back. But I can already tell he's going to insist, so I came up quickly with a solution. How about you spend this money on our outing today? Think of it as me treating you. It's something I would do anyway. Oh, come on! I know you're stubborn, but you can't possibly disagree with this, can you? Okay, I'll take you up on that. Oh, thank God. Ayako-san giggles. What is it this time? Are you starting to tease us again? She smiles. Oh no, I've already had my fill of fun for today. Thank you. I was just thinking of how cute you two look together. Ah! You just said you're not going to tease us anymore, but how was I supposed to take that comment? She giggles once more. Honestly, she just opened with that because she knew I'd let my guard down, didn't she? Devious little fox. Certainly not helping curb the stereotype of them being cunning and scheming. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. Leave a super thanks or tip if you can. It always helps. Until the next video, I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.